Change can be confusing, even frustrating, but once you understand and master these 7 secrets, change gets a lot easier. So, what are the 7 secrets of change? Let's get into it. I realize that number 6 is a little controversial, so feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Secret number 1, focus on ability for key moments that matter. Change has a lot to do with training your mind and body to do or not do certain things at certain times. Motivation comes and goes, but focusing on key moments and behaviors makes you much more likely to create successful change. In 1986, there were an estimated 3.5 million cases of the guinea worm in 20 nations in Asia and Africa. Research revealed that there were 2 key moments or behaviors that, if done, would eradicate most of the problems. So what were the key behaviors at key times they focused on? 1, filtering your drink water, and when someone got infected, keep them away from the water source. Influencers educated local populations, focusing on these 2 behaviors. With commitment and focus, villagers helped each other by reminding each other and providing accountability on these 2 critical behaviors. By 2013, the worm had all but been eradicated. Motivation for change comes and goes, but when you focus on a few critical behaviors, you can learn and reinforce those behaviors as you would any other skill or behavior that gets results. Secret number 2, feed the new. While it's tempting to focus on weeding a bad behavior, it's easier to create change success by focusing on a new behavior rather than fighting the old. It's like my lawn in Texas. It was infected with a noxious weed that produced nasty burrs. After trying to weed it, my neighbor said, "Seed the lawn and you'll choke out the weed." Of course. Change is like that. So how do you seed or feed a desired behavior? Well, you start with a strong why change reason that focuses on the positive vision. Change is all about emotions, therefore associate intense pleasure with the new at key times or trigger or cue moments. One study showed that people who had the habit of cleaning their home regularly didn't really like cleaning any more than those who didn't. But the difference was the cleaners imagined a clean, orderly home and brought that good feeling into the cue moment when they noticed how dirty the house had become. Try this with an eating habit change. Imagine how a lean, healthy body feels and bring that feeling into key moments when you might be tempted to behave unskillfully. Every time we do a new behavior, we rewire our brain and feed the new. Every time we imagine doing a new behavior with positive emotions, we rewire our brain. So feed the new and watch as the new starts to feel very normal. Secret number 3, shift the narrative. You have a running dialogue in your mind that reflects your beliefs and expectations about the future. Let's call that your inner narrative. Your inner narrative is both general and situational. If you're trying to change something in your life, you might be taking action, but if your narrative about the change identifies you with the old, your narrative will win and you'll return to the old. Addiction research, especially those longitudinal studies that follow change that works, shows that your expectation of success is one of the, if not the most important factor for success. If you believe in yourself and your approach to change, you're much more likely to see success. So shift the narrative by becoming more aware of your narrative, become aware of the narrative options, and make a choice by giving yourself reasons to adopt a different narrative. Often our unproductive narrative is nothing more than a reflection of fear. And once we bring the light of day to the fear, we have the power to adopt a more enlightened narrative. Secret number 4, social support can make or break a change. Most of us underestimate the impact of those around us on our ability to change. Yes, we can change even when those around us are doing and thinking in unproductive ways, but generally speaking, we swim downstream when we have excellent social support. Create social support by changing who you spend time with, or negotiating support with those in your social circle. Secret number 5, change the environment to support the new. When we change the environment around us to support new thinking and new behaviors, we are much more likely to change. Walk into the home of a true believer and you'll see walls adorned with symbols of their belief system. These things are both a result of their beliefs and a reinforcer. Create an environment supportive of change by removing distractions, but also reinforcing the new with pictures and symbols. And do what you can to make the change the easiest choice. For example, if you want to run every day, place your running clothes in the bathroom where you pee in the morning. If you want to eat more nutritionally dense food, put these items where they're visible and accessible. Secret number 6, accept what is. It's counterintuitive to think that you open the door to change by accepting the current state. I mean, wouldn't hating the current state be a better approach? No. And it's a question of energy. Acceptance does 2 important things for energizing change. 1, helps us see the current state with greater clarity. And 2, it de-energizes our relationship with the current. Seeing clearly, seeing both opportunities and obstacles is your best place to start change, because clarity helps you understand what got you here, and hating the current energizes it because it's there we focus, think about, and imagine. Hating the current is like a monkey's hand caught in a trap. We free ourselves by letting go so that we can create something new or better. Now, point of clarification, acceptance of the current state doesn't mean you like it or agree with it, but simply accept it as it is. With acceptance, it's easier to see how you created the results you got now, the beliefs, actions, social influence, environment, and other factors, so that with awareness, you can start to see better options. With clarity, you can see where small changes can create shifts. Anytime you notice resistance, see it with clarity before trying to do anything about it. What are you noticing? Where do you sense resistance in your mind and body? Why? Where is the resistance coming from? What options do you see or sense? Then choose. Anxious performers who channel that nervousness into peak performance often find it because they shift their focus to what they want more of. That brings us to secret number 7. See setbacks as learning, never a permanent negative label. We all see setbacks in our quest for change. Don't overreact and start labeling yourself as a loser, addict, weak, or stuck. You're not. What did happen is you got a chance to learn about the cues or the triggers, emotional associations you have with those cues or triggers, and your current path of least resistance. Setbacks equal learning. And like all learning, once you see the tape on what happened, you're in a position to shift, make different choices. It's no big deal, just something that helps you see more clearly what you're dealing with. Okay, my friends, when you know and master the 7 secrets of 1, focusing on ability during key behavioral moments that make a big difference, like we saw in eradicating the guinea worm. 2, focusing on feeding the new rather than trying to stomp out the old. 3, seeing and shifting our narratives about change. 4, taking advantage of social support, as we often underestimate it. 5, changing the environment to make the change easier. 6, accepting what is rather than resisting it, so we can see current reality with greater clarity and manage our energy. And finally, number 7, see setbacks as learning, because that's what it is. Friends, change will make your life better when you have the capability to do so. If you got value from the video, be sure and like it. Plus, subscribe to the Change Capability Institute to see more content like this. Until next time, my friends.